Got another video here, and in this video I'm gonna talk about how death and non-existence is not the same thing. And I understand that, those terms, those happenings, what those things are, those concepts are, it's normally conflated with each other. You'll have those who will say, after you die, then now you don't exist now. But again, I'm skeptical of that, because I'm like, that can't be. That's not. That's just not what it is. Like, death and non-existence is two different things. Like, if I was giving an example of death, as it stated that death is basically the cessation of consciousness and all other bodily functions. It happened to just stop, and is also accompanied by decay. Later on as time, quote unquote, keep on going. So death is basically a function of life. So in order for you to die, you have to have first been in life, as death is a function of life. It's impossible for you to die if you had not been conceived. You know what I'm saying? So death, so that's just death. Death is a function of life. Death is anybody or any entity, that take on a material body and experienced, and then ultimately, stop experiencing this reality. And of course, is accompanied by later on physical decomposition. Now, what is non-existence? Because, this is why the confusion, start to come in that. What is non-existence? What is non-existence? Non-existence is something that never existed. It don't exist, and it never will exist. So non-existence. Example of non-existence. So let's say, for instance, you got two sets of scenarios. You got two people. You got one person, they had a kid, and their kid died. And then you have another person who never ever had kids. Well, the person who never ever had kids, their offspring, or their potential offspring, is non-existence. Whereas the person whose offspring died that's death.